Welcome everybody to this informal gathering. It's a pleasure to see everybody here, and wow, what a fantastic turnout we've got here. So from the bottom of my heart, welcome to everybody, like-minded souls. Fantastic to see everybody here. So anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Marty here and enjoy the afternoon.
And welcome. Good to see smiling faces instead of stern faces looking at you. Yeah. So, hands up if you've never been to Stony Stratford before. Whoa. Hands up if you've never heard of Marty Bucko. Oh. Put both hands up if you've no idea what you're doing here sitting in your chair. Well, there's a reason for saying that, actually, because I thought it would be a good thing to give just a brief talk on how these particular meetups, these gatherings with Lee from Veritas Fintech, he's sitting in the green pullover at the back. Give us a wave, Lee. And me, Marty Buckingham, known as Marty, or Mart, and Buckingham, Bucko, that name always stuck with my dad, and going back, all the Buccos. We're no relation to the mob living in the palace. If anybody lives in the palace, that is. But yeah, so we'll pick up the story, not how I came to meet Lee, not how I became a guest on his site and did numerous talks with him, or started my own Marty Bucko channel, but we'll pick it up in 2021. We're on a coach from Wolverhampton going to the London demo. And I'm sitting next to Phil, who's filming. Don't put your hand in there, Phil. And Lee's sitting behind with one of his mates. And we pull into Birmingham Central, and a crowd get on. And there's a big guy in a red T-shirt, and he's got a head and shoulders picture of Patrick McGowan from that TV series of 1967, The Prisoner. And now, even though I was a kid growing up in the 60s, a little child, I wasn't familiar with this TV programme. And even though I have interest in old films, I still didn't know much about Patrick McGowan. So I turned to Phil and I say, what's this? Because it says on it, I am not a number, I'm a free man. And Phil, in his usual enthusiasm, says, oh, it's great. There's all these people captured, taken to this plane. They're all brainwashed. He says, it's really interesting. So I thought, oh. So after the demo, when I was back home, I thought, I'll order that. And I did. I ordered the Blu-ray set. And I thought to myself, it's really interesting, relevant, with loads of layers of interesting things going on within it. Very relevant to the times. So that summer was my 60th birthday coming up, and Jane, give us a little wave, Jane. My wife, she says, what do you want to do to celebrate your birthday? I said, well, we'll have a barbecue in the back garden for the family. I said, but I'll tell you, I'd really like to get a minibus up and to go to Porthmirion where they filmed The Prisoner. I've never been. And how many have been Porthmirion? I'm sure there's a few here. There you go. And for those that don't know, it's a beautiful little place that you'd have to say like an eccentric millionaire built after the style of a Riviera type of village. So there's an estuary, there's rolling hills. You wouldn't think they were in Wales. You could be anywhere in Italy or anywhere. And I thought, well, we'll get the minibus up and we'll get Lee and Alex was there, Jacob. Give us a little wave. She worked with Jane in care and they both withstood all the tyranny that was going on. And Jacob was the only lad, he's a big lad, he's only 16, going to be 17, but he was about the only lad in his school who resisted the nonsense. Give him a little... then thinking on it, I thought, well, it's my birthday, I don't have to invite anyone else. But I thought, because there's such kindly people with the comments who you feel you get to know them, and how nice to put a face to that name. Because these people, they always encourage and are kindly, and they, even if it's constructive criticism, it's always right. So I thought, no, open it out, open to them. So in consultation with Lee, we decided just advertise on our sites. Look, we're going to be in Porthmeirion on this day, right? From this time to this time. If you want to come and meet up and join in, you make your way, travel there, bring your food or eat there, and join us for a drink. Join us, and you won't be alone. No one will feel left out. No one will feel isolated. You come and introduce yourself and join in. Well, some came. They came, and the weatherman said it's going to rain, and we had a scorcher. It was Riviera, blue skies, and it was beautiful. A day to remember, a day that sticks out head and shoulders above other days of that year. And one guy, he says, Mart, he says, you have the ability to bring people together. And I look around, I think, well, maybe he's got a point. A bit like a sheepdog, you know, come on, let's join in, come on, in you come. And I remember another comment somebody said, they said, I wish I had friends like you and Lee. Yeah. And you see, many of you probably know lots of truth. There's lots of people. You may live in a big city, you may live in a town. You're not short of friends, you're not, but there are people who have suffered well, we've all suffered, let's be honest. We've all been emotionally attacked, haven't we, by the regimes of the world and our own group in Londinium and the trouble they've brought to us. But we've all suffered, and they send something. You see, these talks, these meetups are rooted in love and kindliness, graciousness, wanting to help, wanting to edify, wanting to build up. Now, we don't agree on every jot and tittle of everything, but the point is, the main things against the tyranny, is this working? Yeah. We agree on, and I've always, on all the demos, wanted to just be united in the things we gathered to proclaim freedom for the human race, and not having to have this and not having to have that, etc. So from there, we had a local meet-up for a curry house in the West Midlands, but you can't advertise that, can you? For people to travel in from... Well, maybe you do know a good curry house, I don't know. I see me afterwards, but... yeah. And from there, we had another meeting in autumn of 2022 at the Black Country Living Museum, where we did the same thing. You want to come, join up and gather with us. And about 30 to 35 people turned up. And Tim and Lorraine came and enjoyed themselves so much that they've helped us with this one. And Tim's organised everything today, took the responsibility off me and Lee, and he's done a good job in a nice, place, a nice meet-up.
Thank you.
So I think in the days ahead, meetups like this and others similar will be very popular. I'm sure they're going to grow, and people get connected. They pass their phone numbers and emails, and they visit each other, and good things come out of it. Now look, when that guy went to the demo and he pulled his T-shirt on, did he really expect anything to come other than he's going to the London demo? He had no conception that I would take note of that, think on that, go to Porth Miriam, and then start inviting people, and something comes out of it. But you see, as it says in the Old Testament, in what is it? Zechariah 4:10, who's despised the day of small things? It's just a little thing, but all things grow, don't they? And love is powerful, stronger than many waters. That's another quote. Where's that from? Psalms, I think. So anyway. So yeah, now it's morphed a little bit different because we've got speakers. John Looney's here somewhere. Can you give us a wave if you're sitting there? There he is. John Looney. Yeah, and I saw you at the Birmingham demo in the crowd. I was just facing the crowd then, looking at you then. But there you are. Yeah, thank you. We salute you, sir, for what you're doing. And of course, this gentleman need any introduction. Mark Devlin. I've got all three of them. I've read the first one. I'm behind on the second, and I've got the third. Would you sign for this one? Yeah, and no, but now I came across Mark when he was having his famous rave in the car. No, rant in the car. But he's an ex-DJ or DJ. So,
if you hold it there rather than on the table.
Oh, okay. So maybe, maybe he has had raves in the car, I don't know. But the point is I subscribed, didn't it? And after that, I've watched a good company more. At least 90% of what you put up. I've not watched everything because some long ones here. But, yeah, but good stuff. And he's introduced me to other people like Mike Williams, who does talks on the Beatles and people, and you're doing a talk soon with him. Look forward to that one. So it's great, and what can we say beyond that? Other than I think of a quote from Johnny Cash. That's it. I read this ages back when I was a younger man. He said when he went into a function room, he didn't greet his mates straight away. He can get back to them later. He's looking.
Somebody from the music.
My famous mic.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. Mark Devlin to the rescue. Thank you. So anyway, Johnny Cash, he says he looked for the person sitting alone, the person by themselves, not in a crowd, not with a load of people laughing and talking, and he'd pick them out and he'd go over and give him a big smile and a handshake, and he'd say, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash," and it makes you want to get your guitar out and down, 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 down. But that's it. So now you know.
Johnny Cash out talks.
So now you know how you're going to be sitting here in them chairs. Yeah, that's it. That's your lot. Thank you.